the Hermit's Cave 2.0, and it's a little chilly, but still cozy down here. Better than it is outside, and I hope that those of you that are in the areas experiencing this winter weather are staying safe and staying warm. However, not letting these cold chills stop you from getting cozy with a little poetry and a little music at whatever open mic or feature event might be going on near you. Now, as you guys know, I'm here to talk to you about Java Expressions Live, but before we get into that, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping and give shout outs to a couple other events and happenings that are going on here in the coming weeks and months. Is the mobile app. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of my Droid users on the Google Play Store. I've been noticing an uptick in the usage for the Java Expressions mobile app, and I really appreciate you guys going on there and checking out the events, reading the blog, and checking out pictures and commenting, sharing stuff, reaching out to me through the chat on there and whatnot. I know that I've been saying ever since we started working on the mobile app that the Apple Store, the iPhone version, is coming. It's been in with Apple since the middle of December, and we're still waiting, unfortunately. However, as soon as that is ready, once Apple gets back to me and lets me know any updates they need me to make or any changes they need me to do to get it to meet their own requirements, I'll get that out there, and then we will be letting you guys know, so that way all of my fellow iPhone, iPad users can go ahead and download the app and keep track of things on the mobile end. Now, a couple shout outs that I want to give. First of all, as many of you know, I'm in Eastern Tennessee now, up here in the mountains, and just kind of hanging out, finally starting to get out and see some things. Now, you know, last month I talked to a number of you about the acoustic Coffeehouse and some of the great things they're doing there for live music and how they have a poetry event there. Well, I also recently got acquainted with Terry and the crew over at the Willow Coffeehouse and Music Room. Now, I've been gushing on these guys over social media quite a bit lately, and I'm sure that if you get a chance to come out to Johnson City, Tennessee, which is where they're at, just next town over from me, I'm sure if you get a chance to come and check them out, you will enjoy it too. Now, the Willow Tree, it has this nice artsy vibe. It's great for creativity, it's great for just hanging out, and it's great for events, and they have a full calendar going on, I dare say, almost every night of the week. Now, this month, the month of January, is pretty big for them, and I know the month is almost over now, but this is their 4-year anniversary. And throughout this month, they have been doing a series of events to celebrate that 4-year anniversary, one of which is a special edition of their open mic. The time slot will be running about the same, from 6 to 9 p.m., but it'll be a chance for everybody to come in and wish them awesome success in the years to come and celebrate what they've done in the 4 years that have passed so far. The Willow Tree Coffeehouse and Music Room is located in Johnson City, Tennessee, and you can find out more about them by going on Facebook or looking them up on Instagram at the Willow Tree JC. Another thing I want to highlight for you is the return of Southeastern Regional North Carolina Poetry Festival. April 25th through the 28th, they'll be bringing you a creative writing workshop at Methodist University. You'll be seeing the return of the Youth Slam and the Nerd Slam. There will be an erotic open mic, and the Grand Slam will be a $500 group piece slam. Now, for more information on that event, the host of the event, rules, how to get into the slam, things like that, please go to facebook.com/Southeastern Regional NC Slam. And now, the whole reason why you are here watching this video, listening to me rant on and on as I am prone to doing. We're here to talk about the January 21st, 2018 edition of Java Expressions Live. Now, for anyone who might just be checking in for the first time, Java Expressions Live is a monthly 90-minute feature segment of the weekly event, Java Expressions. Java Expressions is currently the longest running weekly open mic for both poetry and music in the state of North Carolina, now going into its 21st year. Or rather, February will be its 21st birthday. This whole time been partnered with the Coffee Scene Fayetteville, who they themselves are about to have their 22nd birthday. And we are bringing you an awesome event. We're getting the new year kicked off right with a mix of old friends and some new faces. So, here we go. First, we're going to say hello to a group that has been with Java Expressions in slightly different iterations over the years, and that is 1,000 Ways. The 1,000 Ways consists of Larry Sykes, Will Bundy, and John Sparks. Together they bring you an eclectic mix of Americana blues with a hint of alt-folk rock. Kind of a nice little thing to find there. Now, Larry I first met back in 2013 when he featured solo on Local Musician Showcase back when I was hosting that, and then came back in April of 2014 with Will Bundy to do 1,000 Ways. Since then, Larry, both solo and with Will, has been up on Java Expressions Live, but this is the first time that we're actually getting to see them with John Sparks. If you want to know more about them, you can find them online at 1000ways.com, or you can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Larry Sykes Music. Bringing us a twofer of talent is poet/comedian Little Niecie. Now, Little Niecie has been writing poetry since the age of 12. With comedy, she says she actually got started hanging out in a waiting room, talking to some others that were there. And through the course of it, they became the latest in a line of people to tell her that, hey, she should at least give stand-up a try. Well, not only has she done it and found some success with it, she's also found some personal release through it, as well as through her poetry, the way many of us do. Little Niecie is a widow and single mother who has been determined not to let life get her down. She uses both her poetry and her comedy to talk about the things that she has been through, to go through the healing process, and also to get her message and her story out there in hopes that maybe it might help some others get through the healing process as well. Like so many of us, we showcase one talent, but we have a few others. Little Niecie is showcasing two talents, yet she has some others. While she doesn't have too much in the way of social media highlighting her poetry or her comedy, you can go on Facebook and look up Niecie's Niceties and find some of her homemade crafts. Now, if you message her on the page, she is willing to talk with you about commissioning specific work. All she asks is that you give it a look and give her a message. See what you guys can work out. Rounding out our set for January is pianist and singer-songwriter Yaro. Now, Yaro was a bit of a surprise for me in all the right ways. Yaro actually messaged me on our Reverb Nation page first, which I admit I had been neglecting lately, and then messaged me on the Java Expressions Live page. And one of the things that I love about Yaro already is he brings an international flair, the likes of which you will sometimes hear myself or Neil or Radar or Dick, one of the other hosts, talk about, but we haven't seen often, especially on the live stream. Now, Yaro is from Russia, and he's currently here in the US attending school. Back home, he works with a number of bands on a number of musical projects, going everything from folk to rock, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and he writes all his own stuff. Sure, like many musicians, he has his covers, but this is Java Expressions Live. He's coming to us with original music, and it's all going to be in Russian, which, although I don't remember any of the little bit of Russian I used to know, I personally love it because I remember a time when we would have performers coming up doing their pieces in Spanish, in French, in German. So to me, this is just awesome. Now, if you want to keep up with Yaro's work, you can find him on Reverb Nation, or you can find him on Facebook.com/Yaro Yaro, that's YARO projects, and keep up with what he's doing both here and abroad. Now I want to go ahead and take this moment to remind you that you can keep up with everything that we have going on at Java Expressions, as well as some of the other events that we promote and talk about, by either going and looking up Java Expressions NC online to hit our website, by following any one of the Facebook pages, Java Expressions Live, or Java Expressions Acoustically Speaking, or by checking out our social media. You can follow us on Instagram at Java Expressions, or on Twitter at Java Express NC. Well, folks, that just about does it for us for this edition of the Java Expressions Live preview. I know I threw quite a bit at you. All of the links that I talked about are going to be included below, whether in the description for this video or down in the comments for this video. For those of you that might be watching this as is embedded on the Java Expressions blog, most, if not all of those links will be included in the blog, or you can just actually come hit this video on YouTube where it's actually uploaded to, and again, you will see those links in the description for the video as well as down in the comments for the video. Don't forget, the Java Expressions series of events is still running every Sunday with hosts Neil Ray and Radar from 7:30 to 11, every Monday with Neil from 7:30 to 11, both of those at the main coffee scene in Fayetteville, and then every Tuesday from 6 to 8 at the coffee scene in the Spout Springs, Cameron area, where we have Neil and aka Dick Ostrander. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to either drop a comment in here, or you can go to one of the Java Expressions pages, be it Acoustically Speaking, Java Expressions Live, or the Java Expressions page, and drop us a line there. Now, if you want more information on me and some of my shenanigans, by all means, you can follow me on Instagram at Northstar12142003. You can follow me at Twitter at OutlawPoetNS, or you can follow me on Facebook at Poet Northstar. There you'll be able to keep up with, like I said, some of my happenings, my comings and goings, to include different things like when I might be sliding down to Columbia, South Carolina for a feature with Blue Note Poetry. Thank you very much, folks. I hope to see you guys on January 21st at the coffee scene in Fayetteville for Java Expressions Live, featuring Thousand Ways, Yaro, and Little Niecie. In the meantime, if you haven't seen Java Expressions Live before, then you can go ahead and click on this link up here to check out a YouTube video from the December edition of Java Expressions Live and get kind of an idea of what you might be looking at. But trust me, you don't want to wait and catch it afterwards. If you get a chance, by all means, come down to the coffee scene, 3818 Morganton Road, from 7 to 11 p.m. We've got the live stream running from 8 to 9:30. The open mic, however, runs on either end of that, and you never know what you're going to get. It's awesome. It's absolutely